A judicial slap to Trump. U.S. court declares president's tariff policy illegal. A ruling not just against tariffs, but against unchecked presidential power. Welcome back to my channel. This is Hailey Report, the voice of a woman who loves America. On May 28, 2025, the U.S. Court of International Trade, USCIT, delivered a stunning blow to President Donald Trump by ruling that his Liberation Day global tariff policy is illegal. This wasn't just a legal ruling, it was a political earthquake. The controversial policy, Trump's Liberation Day tariffs. Citing national economic defense, Trump signed an executive order imposing sweeping tariffs, 10% on most imports and higher rates for countries with large trade surpluses like China, Germany, and Canada. The administration called it economic liberation, but American businesses called it economic suicide. The court speaks. No one is above the law, not even the president. The court ruled that Trump exceeded his authority by invoking the International Emergency Economic Powers Act, IEEPA, to unilaterally impose tariffs. According to the court, a trade deficit is not an unusual and extraordinary threat, as defined by the law. This was a clear judicial, no, a rare act of defiance in a time when courts have often seemed overshadowed by presidential muscle. Trump furious. White House fires back. Following the decision, a White House spokesperson blasted it as a move by unelected judges to sabotage America's economic defense. Trump himself remains silent, but insiders say he's gearing up for a fierce legal battle, likely heading to the Supreme Court. Market reaction. Wall Street cheers. MAGA reels. After the ruling, the S&P 500 and NASDAQ climbed. Business owners, from farmers to retailers, breathed a sigh of relief. But in Trump-leaning states, where many had backed the tariffs, supporters were stunned to see one of their flagship policies declared unconstitutional. This is bigger than tariffs. This ruling opens up a deeper question. Where does presidential power end? At a time when Trump is building a political brand around maximum executive authority, this verdict draws a red line, reaffirming that in a democracy, even presidents can't rewrite the law to suit their will. Conclusion. A wake-up call in an era of hyper-personalized power. From Liberation Day to the May 28 verdict, Americans have witnessed a clash between two visions of power, one personalized and unilateral, the other rooted in constitutional law. This time, the rule of law prevailed.
Washington, D.C., May 28, 2025. A political shockwave just hit Washington as Elon Musk, billionaire entrepreneur and head of the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, officially announced he is stepping down from his advisory role in President Donald Trump's administration. This marks a dramatic turning point in what was once considered a tight alliance between two of the most influential figures in modern America. It started with one big beautiful bill. The fallout began over Trump's ambitious spending package titled One Big Beautiful Bill, a cornerstone proposal of his second-term agenda. The bill aims to slash taxes for the wealthy and corporations while massively increasing defense and infrastructure spending. But critics, including Musk, argue it would blow up the federal deficit. Elon Musk publicly voiced his disappointment, stating that the bill goes against DOGE's mission to streamline government and reduce wasteful spending. At a recent informal press briefing, Musk stated, "I can't be part of a fiscal policy that recklessly increases national debt while undermining efforts to modernize and make government more efficient." Musk walks out, Trump shrugs. Shortly after the criticism, Musk confirmed that he would not be continuing his special advisory role, even though his term was set to end in a few weeks. He has reportedly declined further invitations to internal cabinet meetings and withdrawn from several ongoing reform initiatives. President Trump, true to form, appeared unfazed. On his social media platform, Truth Social, he posted, "Elon is a smart guy, but sometimes he doesn't realize that rebuilding America takes bold action. And that's exactly what we're doing." Political fallout ahead? Musk's departure isn't just a personal move, it reveals growing fractures within the Trump 47 administration, particularly between the pro-business tech elite and the populist political machine. As Musk breaks ranks and publicly criticizes Trump's fiscal agenda, some analysts believe this could trigger a broader backlash from business leaders who had previously supported Trump in 2024. What's next for Musk? Aside from running SpaceX, Tesla, and several other ventures, Musk has grown increasingly influential in defense tech and AI governance. Rumors suggest he may now shift his focus toward launching a Digital Government 2.0 platform, an ambitious initiative to replace inefficient public services with high-performance private sector alternatives. Final thoughts. The fallout between Elon Musk and President Trump signals a critical shift in the dynamics of American power. With Musk exiting the administration and openly criticizing its policies, expect intensifying tensions within the White House and a potential realignment among powerful business allies. Stay tuned. This political saga may just be getting started.
Pardons for sale. Trump's $1 million justice. From mercy to marketplace. Presidential pardons are supposed to symbolize mercy, redemption, and second chances. But under Donald Trump's second term, that sacred power seems to be morphing into a transaction, a commodity sold to the rich, powerful, and politically loyal. While President Joe Biden granted only 80 pardons over 4 years, primarily for low-level, nonviolent offenses, Trump has already issued 30 pardons in just the first 4 months of his second term. With more than 1.500 January 6 rioters reportedly next in line. This isn't just a policy difference. It's a fundamental assault on the rule of law. Loyalty over law. Trump's pardons look less like justice and more like rewards for loyalty and political favor. Instead of anonymous citizens wronged by the system, his pardon list reads like a MAGA guest list. Scott Jenkins, a former sheriff convicted of accepting $75 in bribes for honorary badges, was pardoned weeks after his family attended a $1 million Mar-a-Lago fundraiser. Todd and Julie Chrisley, reality stars convicted of defrauding banks of over $30 million, received pardons after their daughter mounted a vocal MAGA campaign. Paul Walzak, convicted of tax fraud, was pardoned after his mother donated heavily to Trump's inner circle. These are not coincidences. This is a pay-to-play culture infecting the very heart of presidential power. The Biden contrast. Quiet, careful, compassionate. The Biden administration's approach to clemency has been cautious, quiet, and rooted in rehabilitation. Those granted pardons had served their time, shown remorse, and posed no public threat. Trump's approach? Brazen and transactional. Even more dangerously, Trump publicly praises the January 6 rioters as political prisoners, and has pledged to pardon all of them if re-elected. That's not clemency. That's political warfare disguised as mercy. The long-term damage, trust in justice erodes. When pardons can be bought and sold, several dangerous things happen. Prosecutors and judges are undermined, as months of legal work are erased by one political decision. Law-abiding citizens lose faith in the system. Knowing wealth and connections override accountability. And most dangerously, it sends a message. Break the law. Just make sure you're on the right team and have the right checkbook. Conclusion. Power without morality is tyranny. The presidential pardon is a powerful tool. But in Trump's hands, it has become a weapon to reward allies and punish enemies. If America doesn't establish clear ethical guidelines and transparency around pardons, the office of the presidency will continue drifting into dangerous territory, where justice is for sale. And freedom is just another item on the political auction block. You've been watching news and commentary by Hailey. Thanks for tuning in. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit that follow button and subscribe for more updates.